Okay, now we have Ember Spirit. Play it solely as mid. Do not attempt to play him as anything as the mid. He is best at mid. He needs that level. He needs the farm. Uh, it's just the best when you play mid, really. Now concerning items, starting with boots, you probably have battle, right? So you can collect the runes, spam the spells. But with boots, there's two ways basically. There's a cheaper way, faster way. You can go phase boot, completely fine, or you can go travel. I usually just go travel. I'm mid anyways. It's pretty easy to farm with this guy. No problem last hitting. You can even harass the enemy hero doing all of that. Travel is pretty easy to get in my opinion. You don't have to rush it. I usually just like getting it. One that you can rush is Maelstrom. Maelstrom is pretty much a must-have, and Maelstrom is something that you will upgrade to Gleipnir, in my opinion. I think it's slightly better than the Mjolnir. You can make it into Mjolnir as well. I just like getting Gleipnir. It kind of synergizes much better, I believe, with the Searing Chains, being able to trap more of them. Jump in there with the Fire Remnant, do the Fist, the Flame Guard, kind of keeps them condensed and close. While I Gleipnir more than Mjolnir. Those are the reasons, but both are fine. So you'll be getting Maelstrom first as a first item, like a real item. Maelstrom is pretty much because of the Slide of Fist. You're doing a huge AoE attack, attacks every target in the circle, right? There's gonna be a lot of procs, or at least one proc. There's gonna be at least one proc with Maelstrom, right? Usually, unless you're that unlucky. So Maelstrom is always a great idea. Doing that, like you're doing extra damage with these two enemy heroes. Why not do some extra damage with procs as well, right? So always Maelstrom. After that, I would say, if you can get away, if the game is not going bad, you can delay the blacking. You'll be needing blacking anyways, but you can delay that. You can go for something like Scepter. I think Scepter really helps the hero out. It's completely. It just gives you more charges. It gives the ult much more speed. Like they go out now real fast, you know, so you don't kind of have to wait for the illusion to travel all the way kind of slowly towards the target, and then you have to connect with it. It kind of wastes a lot of time. You need charges anyways. The worst is when you're like on zero with this. I think having this is a really nice benefit. Optional, of course. You don't have to go with that if you're comfortable with the basic number of charges and the speed. I just like getting Scepter. But yeah, you can decide. If you went Scepter, you went Maelstrom, you would definitely then need to go for the Black King. I mean, if it's kind of bad where you're doing all your acrobatics, right? It's a hero that just flies in a fight across the map. So again, you would probably need to get it at that point, because they'll be now able to control it. They'll be having their own items and roots and stuff, whatnot, especially the stuns and hexes. You can always get away and evade stuff with Slide of Fist. If there's a stun being cast towards you, you can just disappear, right? Yeah, well, I cannot have any creeps, but yeah, you would disappear. You can evade it with Fire Remnant, or at least delay it, unless you can leave one in the base, go back. But yeah, at some point, if not earlier, you will need this later on, because without this you will just die. And you need to be able to run around with the Flame Guard being on, and being able also to survive, be close. You can spam Slide of Fist. It's a really low cooldown, so there's always that. One stuff that's also almost always being made is Daedalus. You're doing nice AoE attacks. It's buffed by Maelstrom procs. This is more damage and crit on top of that. So the hero is basically one guy that can attack 5 other guys, right? If they're close enough for the circle, if you attack even 3 of them, there's a chance that at least one of them will get hit by the crit. Actually, yeah, Like, there's a lot of chances that they can be all hit. Usually it's probably going to be one or two if it's more of them, but anytime you attack any AoE, there's a lot more chances that the crit is going to proc, right? Maelstrom proccing, crit proccing, you can pin them down more, spend more side effects. With a talent, this becomes like a double charge. It's kind of far, but you can even do this twice, so there's twice the chance for all of this on whatever the target number is, right? So Daedalus is always a great item to get for that reason. Shiva is also really nice. Extra armor, you can just get in, you're doing damage with this. It's AoE, this is AoE, Flame Guard is AoE, this is even AoE, kind of takes more time until you hit everybody. This is also type of AoE route, still does damage per second. It's two of them, but yeah, it goes with the whole team. It's a nice addition. It's mana. You'll be needing mana with this guy a lot. Kind of part of the reason why I don't play him so much. He depends a lot of mana to be really great, and I think on old charges and stuff, he becomes real fun. But you kind of need to get stuff first, and sometimes I'm not just patient enough to play those types of heroes, kind of like Ember Spirit and some others. So. But yeah, this is amazing item. There's some kind of more optional items. There's Lincoln Sphere. Sometimes you can just get away with Lincoln Sphere. It works perfectly fine, and it was with the whole team of Flame Guard blocking direct spell damage, evading spells with Sleight of Fist, running around with ult, having like another thing that blocks. It's like a scuffed version of Black King for this guy if you really need to fight. So. I mean, okay, maybe there's a Legion Commander, right? If there's a Legion Commander, you would make this anyways, I think no matter what, because you just don't want to get sold like that. Even though you can pretty easily evade them, but maybe just in case. So yeah, there's always Lincoln. You can play him like this as well, but you kind of need some damage as well. You know, it's just not all about just like spell spam. You kind of need some damage for the fist, right? Also, there's funny builds like this. Kind of the stuff like you go with Kanka, where you just go double Daedalus. It can happen pretty often actually. It's really funny. You get some huge crits on AoE, on low cooldowns on double cast. Yeah, the guy can easily delete people, honestly. He can keep chasing you, trapping you, doing the Flame Guard. You wanna hit him with a spell, he kinda evades it or blocks the whole damage, he doesn't care. So it can be pretty nasty, especially if you went with Gleipnir, right? It becomes a really big problem trying to escape from him. Like, what can you really do, right? Even if you have like a leap or like fastest voided jump, he can easily keep up with you, and then like 5 times better than you yourself, right? It's really hard to escape then, and a lot of damage is gonna be hitting you in the back. So there's that. There's also an interesting choice of Bloodthorn. Let's say we went with something like Bloodthorn, silence target, easily kill them. You have a lot of tools. It's attack speed, it's damage, some extra mana. Even gives you like magic resistance because of the Mage Slayer. A pretty great item, you can use it. I don't see it that much often, but if you want to like engage somebody, get rid of them quickly, it can be a nice item to get, just running in with the Revenant. Pinning them down with Searing Chains, casting Bloodthorn, and then just killing them off with this and the fist. So a lot of options. This is also always crits, breaks any evasion. So yeah, that would be kind of it. A lot of interesting stuff. The main thing is to just keep building more mana, make some utility, get your Black King. If you can get away with Lincoln Sphere, you can just get Lincoln Sphere. Because it's kind of strictly better stat wise. It gives 16 to all attributes, right? Yeah, Lincoln Sphere can also be used to cast on any ally, so you can save them with the spells. If you're like running away, you're safe, maybe somebody gets stuck slower, you can just give them Lincoln Sphere as buff, because it's castable on other heroes, right? And just get away, and they're gonna like survive any next spell that's cast on them. So yeah, a lot of benefits from any of these, but this would be something probably that you would like end up looking like, not with the double Daedalus of course, but something like this. Maybe do like a nice mix, of everything. So you're pretty much covered on every corner. It's a lot of money, of course, but right, if the game goes long enough, you can sell your boots and just be like, okay, it's another Daedalus, it's Plator, it's whatever it is. Maybe it's divine even. Maybe you just want to get divine there, right? Who knows? But yeah, that's it. Let's see. It says the popular item Radiance. They're probably saying Radiance because of the Flame Guard, but I don't really see Radiance. I would not get this. Why would you get Radiance when you can get something like Daedalus and really benefit from the whole AoE crit procs and stuff? Just like a comparison. Right, same amount of money, but this is much more consistent, much more value. I feel like you don't need to be close for the burn effect. You don't have to last that long. You just hit them with a bunch of damage, die. That you don't care that much. So I think Daedalus instead of Radiance, right? And yeah, ignore the divine. I can't ignore it. It's stuck. So yeah, something like this, I would say. Pick and choose. As I said, Mjolnir can be there. Mjolnir, Gleipnir. I like the extra road ability. Pin a couple of them down. Do some nice fist attacks. Gets them all while they're rooted. You have this as well. And that's it pretty much. You can also get a shard, but it's not that big of a deal to get the shard. You can, like, if anybody dies that gets refreshed, they need to die first though, so there's better stuff for money before this. If there's that much spell damage, if not, if this is already 400. If you need more than 400, 600, sure, if there's a nasty lion, but usually would be fine with just damage. I think this is more than enough. Second one, I would take the DPS, right? It lasts 20 seconds, plus 50 DPS on those 20 seconds. It's a lot more damage. I would just go that one. Third one is obvious, Sleight of Fist, hero damage. That is your main ability to kill. You'll be making crits. This will become double charge there. It's logically to get more damage. Seeing chance target from 2 to 3, it's completely relevant. 2 is always enough anyways, and this is like an RNG spell. It doesn't catch heroes, it catches anybody. So you can easily miss. I hate the thing that you can just catch like 2 mobs instead of 2 heroes. If there's 4 of them, you can get that unlucky actually. So this is kind of why I like Gleipnir so much for this guy. This is guaranteed to catch everybody in the circle, right? The last one, of course, is Sleight of Fist charges. That's it. Remnant charge would be nice. That would be always nice to have. But if you have Scepter, it's completely fine. There's 5 of them there. Being able to attack twice with the crits, with everything, is much more bigger value. And you want the immediate effect. You don't care about later. Every time you play a hero like this, you want the immediate effect. So yeah, that's like goes with damage. Even with Flame Guard DPS, because you keep chasing, keep casting this. So that's pretty much it. You always go the right one. And that's it, I think. There's some Desolator here. I don't know what this is doing here, really. I don't know about Desolator. I would not make this. Whatever they even said for late game. Desolator really in late game. So I think something's really wrong with this part of the guide, a default guide. But yeah, that's it, guys, and I'll see you on the next hero.